Hello everyone, my name is Khalior. I bring to you every week the latest news related to Bloodhunt and everything around it, and I help explain the news in a way to better understand what is going on. So for posterity, archival, and recording purposes, as usual, it is currently Saturday, June 3rd, 2023. It is currently 11:10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. It has been 403 days since the release of Bloodhunt, currently activated in-game. And I guess for the foreseeable future is the Primus Pass, and the current patch in-game is the new community update. We are recording this live on Twitch every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. If you are live, feel free to ask questions in chat. Feel free to interrupt me if there's anything that is relevant to what I'm talking about. No problem, I can talk about that. And as a reminder and a disclosure, I am not a game dev. I am not bound by an NDA, but I do the best that I can to explain the news with some reasonable assumptions, and I still have to say it, I do not work for Shark Mob. Hello everyone. This is going to be possibly like the last big, huge news show that I'm going to be covering because of the recent announcement of no more development in the news. So probably what's going to be happening in the future are just going to be a lot of community related stuff, or kind of like week to week stuff. We're going to see. I'm going to play it by ear, but this is going to be like the chunkiest that we're going to get for the foreseeable future. Not necessarily for the future that we can see in advance, that we can think of, we can consider. So with that being said, we have a lot to cover this week, so we are gonna jump right in as we usually do. All right, starting with, as usual, the Twitch drops. We're going to talk about Twitch drops because these are the things that a lot of you right now that are in chat are currently getting, if you don't already have them. The current Twitch drop of the week is the puppet emote that you're seeing right there. And with that, it closes the latest chain of drops that we've been having. So the last series of drops has been Birthday Mask, the Patrician Eyewear, Unicorn Eyewear, the Scourge Mask, the Burnout Outfit, and yes, the last one is the Puppet Emote. So, this series will be available next week. Sorry, the music is still a little bit too loud in my ears. So, this will return next week. The entire series, as it usually does at the end of the series, it comes back. Like all of them are going to be available. However, for how long those drops are going to be available for are going to be available, like all of them again for a second time, we don't know how long. We don't know how much of a view time that it will be required for you to get a second chance at those drops if you've missed some of them. But yes, it's been confirmed that they are going to, all of these six are going to be available next week again. Now, so it's going to be, oh no, that's not, I'm talking a little bit too much in advance now. However, we have a new source, we have some new persistent drops that are displayed here, but I'd rather show here. Boom. Oh, I didn't put the whole thing. Well, anyways, so there we go. So these persistent drops are going to be available from June 2nd to June 30th. Available from every Bloodhunt streamer that has drops activated. You don't need to be in the top 100 or anything like that. They're available for everyone. We have the Dropner outfit, which is female Bruja only outfit that we've got there. We have the Sporty Chic outfit for female only, which is a a recolor of the PlayStation exclusive outfit that they used to get when they pre-ordered Bloodhunt. And we've got the return of the Beast mask. So, just want to go like in a little detail about them. So Dropner outfit, like I asked about that in the Bloodhunt Secrets chat for the people that like to go into it. The thing is, I've looked into it for the name Dropner. I found Dropner. Dropner apparently refers to a platform, but no one's been able to like find any other information, or at least as bothered yet to, because I posted about it yesterday. Dropner is in Norse mythology something that refers to as the Dripper. So this might be a drippy outfit. And that might be the joke of why it's referred to that. But also, you've got a set of runes there on the chest. I'm sorry to look at the chest here. But there seems to be some runes here. I've asked if there was anyone in the Bloodhunt Secret chat, in the Discord, the Bloodhunt Discord, if anyone was able to translate some of those things, some of those runes, just to see, like, what exactly does it say? What exactly does it mean? Does it say the Dripper, or does it say something else? We don't know, but yeah, if anyone is willing to translate those or figure out exactly what it says here, would certainly be appreciated. Now, yes, so this one is like I said, it's the recolor or redesign of the PlayStation specific outfit. And pay attention to detail here. It does not say Calvin Klein. It says Calvino here on the belt here. It's a little touch, but I'm not sure if anyone knows exactly what that symbol is that is on the belt. Probably means something, but I don't know necessarily enough about the world of darkness to know if that represents something. We have a lot of symbols in the world of darkness, so it might be referring to something. I just don't know what it is. Now, in terms of the Beast mask, so some of you might remember this mask. This mask was originally available through a quest chain. Now, quest chains worked weirdly. That was back at the launch of the game. This was during Season 1. One of the things that happened during the time when they used to have quest chains is that at some point in time, suddenly you would log on and a quest chain would suddenly be available for you to continue and complete. Sometimes they were gated by other quests that you had to complete first, and then the other ones would unlock. And sometimes it was just a question of, like, they were time gated. At a certain point, they would appear. So the quest chain that was referred to that was called Becoming a Lion appeared in the middle of Season 1. And as we know, also, there's not a lot of people that spent time to do quests. I mean, to this day, like, that's one of the reasons why they stopped also working on quests, is because there was a very insignificant amount of people in the community that actually did the quests. So they didn't spend, they decided when it was the time to make the decision of, are we spending more time on quests? Are we doing things with quests or anything? They decided right now, for the amount of people that are spending their time doing the quests, we have no problems pushing that to the side and instead putting our resources into something else. So, yes, so that quest appeared. It was 5 steps. Another reason why not a lot of people managed to get this is because, I mean, first, people weren't doing quests. Second, and I don't remember it might be that there was a requirement before that to unlock those. No. Yeah, there was the quest that disappeared during the second season, during the summer patch. Like, I remember that, but no, this one was actually intended to end at the end of Season 1. It was supposed to be unavailable after that. The problem was we didn't know that that was going to be the case. There was no timer, there was no notification, no one said anything about any quests going away. So we missed out on that one because we thought, a lot of people seem to think, oh, I'm gonna do these things in time, because the 5 steps that you needed to do. Step 1, you needed to revive 2 players in a single match. Personally, I couldn't get that step done because I was playing solos, and every time that I made attempts, they were rare, to play duos or trios, I was always the first one to die because I didn't know how to play. So, like, yeah, I couldn't get that one done. Step 2 was to get 1000 damage with a fire axe. Step 3 was 1000 damage with a sniper rifle, and some people stopped at that because hitting sniper shots, I know it's kind of the thing in BRs or in FPS games to like be able to hit sniper shots. That's a good thing to do, but it's not given to everyone to snipe. So for some people, this might be actually complicated. I'm one of them. Step 4 was to place top 5 in a match, and step 5 was to go find an item inside an entity camp. So you had to do all of those steps, and then you would be given the beast mask. Now, understandably, because of all the reasons that I mentioned, not a lot of people got that mask. And as time went on, there was more and more people that were asking, like, how do we get this mask? I would think that it's probably because of all those circumstances that they had no problem in bringing the mask back. But that's hypothetical. That's an assumption I'm making. Kind of you had to be there, a little bit of FOMO, but at the same time, it's kind of like the that quest to as a Bruja, kill enforcers with a katana or something like that. Like maybe the restrictions were a little bit too high, and it's a way to make sure that everyone gets it, or at least lower the bar. This one is just straight up giving it out to people because at this point in the game's history and this point in time, why not? But we don't have any explanations as to that. Like right now, what I'm saying is just, pure speculation and all of this. But a lot of people are happy to have this mask back. Some people are not really happy to have it back because it's ugly. Some other want a different color or a recolor. I'm saying if you want a recolor of this, that's a good suggestion to go post in the Bloodhunt Discord. So, all of that being said, currently what we have this week, it looks like this week. We've got those 3 persistent drops. We've got the puppet emote. This is what we have for this week. And if you want to, I like the hoodie from the quest, but the mask is ugly. I get it. If you want to have access to see all the drops and the current ones, or the upcoming ones, I would invite you to go refer to my grid that I put out there of all the Twitch drops that exist. I'm gonna just put it here in the chat if ever you want to wish list that. I've got that as a command if ever you want to have access to that. There we go. And moving on to next things, other things like free things and giveaways. We've got, well, some people might already know, I've got a vape. Personally, it's me. I've got a Vapor Trail giveaway. I'm giving away 2 codes for the anime shirt. Yes, also called the Vapor Trail. The requirements are super simple. Some people might already know this, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. But yes, you just have to play 25 full matches since the moment that this tweet was posted out, so since May 25th. And then you gotta go into my Discord and my channel to go post your Twitch profile link, and your Tracker GG profile link is just posting two links. It's really easy. The reason why I'm going through this to my Discord is to make sure that giveaway bots don't find a way inside my giveaways. already gave away a code to a bot in the past, and I'm forever burned by the fact that that happened. And that did not go to someone in the community, so I have to take precautions. So this ends on June 4th at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, so Sunday evening, basically. So you have some time to play 25 matches. For some people, it's really easy to get 25 matches in. For some other people, it's a problem, it's a struggle. You had a week and a half to do it. That's what we got. Okay, the other thing, in the Bloodhunt Discord, Leon did it again. That was on the 30th. Leon posted some Techno Demon and Fuchsia finish codes. Again, want to remind you, join the Bloodhunt Discord. There you go. Here's the link. If you are not already in there, I've shown you this once in a while. A week or two, sometimes multiple times, Leon and Tobias will randomly post in the Bloodhunt chat. Okay, it's not in any other chat. It's in Bloodhunt chat. They'll just post these, and it's first come, first serve. Those are already claimed, by the way, if it's there. But yeah, they do that once in a while. They're just gonna post some codes. So if ever you're missing out on some Techno Demon and Fuchsia Finish masks, Techno Demon mask, Fuchsia Finish makeup, and you want to get them, yeah, have a little bit of FOMO happening there. If you don't want to participate in other contests and other ways, that's one way that they distribute those. And now we are getting to the huge meat and potatoes of this week. As you already know, it is the community update. The community update, yes. Did I post? Nope. Okay, good. And we're gonna, yeah, I didn't open the link. That's what I forgot to do. So that's gonna be the main thing. Before I go into it, there was a question that happened where people were asking, hey, there was this post that was saying that the community update is going to be live. Before that, on the day that it was posted, it said the downtime was going to be 4 hours. Well, it turns out it was it was less than 2. Like, it was a little bit less than 2 hours. So if any people were wondering about that, like, oh, maybe why is it 4 hours? Like, there's no conspiracy theory or anything like that. It's just there was a lot inside that patch. Probably a lot of things to test out. Don't know if there was enough personnel to test out the things when they're doing the maintenance, where they apply the patch and keep it to themselves and test a few things just to see if there's any problems or any bugs or any kind of stuff like that. So there's people that speculated, why is it 4 hours rather than 2? The usual 2. There's really no reason that we know of. It still took less than 2 hours. So there you go. That conspiracy put to rest. Thank you. We can move on to other things, such as the community patch notes. So, if you are new here, if you don't know how I do this, we know that a lot of people skim through the notes, read in diagonal, start reporting weird stuff and theories on social media and in the Discord based on a few words that they read together and make their own associations. Here we read everything, every single word, we go through it. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. So let's take a sip. Let's go through the community update patch notes. Salutations, Kindred, and welcome to the community update patch notes. This is the final planned patch for Bloodhunt. First off, already right off the bat, people. Are you able to read this sentence? This is the final planned patch for Bloodhunt. No patches in the future. This is the final one? Absolutely not. This is the final planned patch. This is the final one that they have for the foreseeable future. That's an expression that I'm going to be using a lot. Foreseeable future, meaning we don't know what's going to happen. But for right now, in terms of planification, seeing things that are gonna happen, this is just a planned patch. Things might be happening in the future. We don't know. Okay? 50%, we don't know. We don't know if it's 50%. We are thrilled to introduce the new in-game community vote mechanic, which is the highlight of this update. It provides you with the opportunity to vote on different golden weapons, TDM maps, and artifacts every week. The popular vote will become active in-game after a week of voting. But this is not all. We are also adding a brand new artifact to the game, the Hand of Glory. This item will take your gameplay to the next level, making your vampire translucent while carrying it, giving you a deadly edge in the battle against the Anarchs. For those who love to make a real impact in battle, we are excited to introduce the Auto Shotgun, a new weapon that is sure to shake up the game and turn the tide in your favor. And let us not forget about the bug fixes and balancing tweaks, ensuring that Bloodhunt runs smoother and better than ever before. Experience the thrill of the hunt and the rush of combat as you fight for supremacy against your foes. This update is sure to take your game to the next level and keep you coming back for more. Let us dig into the details, starting with the community vote. As usual, the patch notes do a clear kind of introductions. Here's what we're going to go through. Here's what we're going to go through, and here's our main intention. The main intention of all the additions here is to entice you to push your game, make things a little bit more appetizing for you to come back to the game, so they're not absolutely not leaving us, hanging with a lot of half-done things, even though I understand there's some people that will debate that kind of statement, and rightly so in a few things, but in the general way of things, of seeing things, there's some things to keep the community going on by itself with as little amount of support as can be given from the devs. So let's look at the community vote. Once you load into Bloodhunt, you will now have a new option in the Elysium main menu called Community Vote, which will take you to the screen where you may make your votes on the game's future rotations. We have a nice little picture here. I'm going to show you some more pictures. On the top of this menu, you will see the following sections. Voting. Here's where you vote between the three alternatives: TDM maps, legendary weapons, and artifacts. If a new artifact, TDM, map, or weapon was added recently, it will be on the list of voting alternatives. Otherwise, the items on this list will be picked randomly from the available alternatives. What does this mean? It means that there's some things that are coming in the future. When they're going to be added, they're going to be added there. Apart from that, the things that are not added yet will not show up. Simple, right? Because we know that there's going to be new artifacts, new TDM maps, new weapons that are going to be coming in the future. So right now, they're not going to show up. Voting results. In this menu, you will see the results of the previous vote, as well as the resulting voting percentage from each category, which will be very interesting to see. We will probably have a lot of very interesting debates in the community regarding the percentage. I feel like the voting is gonna have some spirited conversations. News. This menu item contains links to external channels of information such as the Bloodhunt.com website and our Discord server. This menu item was previously on the main menu. What they mean by this is that usually here, news was here, but they moved it to down here inside there. Simply. The voting system works on a weekly basis, meaning a voting period starts on a Monday and ends on a Sunday based on Central European time zone. After a voting period closes, all the votes are counted and the options with the most votes will then be automatically implemented the following week. We will have to see exactly what exactly is the delay of time between when the voting ends and when the actual things are being implemented in the game and when the next voting period starts. So This means that you will always need to have your votes in by the end of the voting timer at the latest to be able to affect what goes live the following Monday. So, yes, like I said, is there a period of time where someone needs to do something? Is that automatic? We will need to see what happens on Sunday evening and on Monday morning to distinguish exactly how this behavior is supposed to work. Like, when the timer goes to 0, is that change like when that timer goes to 0, the next second after, is that immediately implemented in the game, or does it take a certain amount of time for the votes to be tabulated, and at some point in Monday morning, that's when the changes go live? We don't know. We're gonna have to see how that goes. You will be reminded of the time remaining for voting on the main voting screen. Once it ends, you will not be able to vote until the next period starts. So this implies that there is going to be a cooldown. Basically, there is going to be a that implies there's going to be a cooldown between when the voting ends and when the new voting starts. How exactly, how much time? I hope that I'm reading through this correctly. So, we've got some screenshots of different examples here. However, yes, let's look at what we have currently in the game. I hope this shows correctly. Partially. So we've got, like I said, TDM maps, legendary weapons, and artifacts, and we've got 3 options here. Right now, this seems to be like a very set way to let us know that they want us to play the new Graveyard TDM map and the new changed Skybar, and then we have the basically the choice between Harbor, Divine Disco, and Rudolphinum as our third map. For legendary weapons, well, there seems to be a general like big a variety of distribution here. However, the constant between the 3 choices are the hunting rifle. I understand that the hunting rifle is a very popular choice. I'm just gonna minimize this a little bit so we can see everything here. But we have the new Tommy gun that I believe that we've never seen in a golden version before. And yes, the other ones that are there that certain people might feel, it seems like of all the changes that are happening here, some people have very strong opinions on the legendary weapons. Again, spirited debates may follow, may incur after this. And artifacts, yes. So for artifacts, well, it works out very well right now. The fact that we have 3 artifacts currently in the game as of this patch, because then it allows us to have these options to look forward to. So the new Hand of Glory, the double jump boots, and the Noddist volumes are there. And yes, the timer is always going to be displayed there at the bottom left with the number with the time that is left for you to vote. So like you said, you've got the voting tab, you've got a voting results, which currently is empty in game because we haven't gone through the first cycle. And yeah, that's what we currently have. There was a question though that was being asked about the legendary weapons. Yes. Here, that was found on Discord. Is it safe to assume that the legendary weapons in a category get rolled randomly? Or will it always be shotgun, sniper, SMG, and revolver forever in the vote 1 section? So instead, are the different options there, are they set and it's just rotating between some different sets of options that exist there? And Tobias confirms that they are randomized. So every category, the items of weapons that we have in there, they're randomized all the time. Artifact 3 seems interesting. Yes, it does. There are already some spirited debates about the existence of the third artifact. So that's one thing that I'm probably going to be discussing next week. I'm going to be reminding you, like, here are the choices of the week. Here's what we chose last week. Okay, moving on. I don't need this one. Moving on, new mastery challenges. We have added new mastery challenges, each with its own reward. The idea here is to add some tougher, longer-term challenges to the game for those of you that have completed everything the game has to offer and are bloodthirsty for more. That was a big ask from the community. Would say probably like for forever, but as far as memory goes, when that was being asked for was around September, October of last year. Are mastery timed or no? They are not. They are in the mastery tab. There you go. Here's what you got to do. So here are the completion requirements. So you've got some skill, the traversal of certain amount of kilometers inside a game. They have made a return. There's down 10 players with a crowbar in one game. If you were there earlier when I was streaming, I've done that with practically no problem. I say practically. Career challenges, and then there's the 50k damage with a starter pistol, 50k damage with a minigun, 50k damage with a knife, user clan power 1,000 times, user archetype powers 1,000 times. So these are long term. You have to play the game. You have to grind if you want to get those completed. The rewards for those and the skill challenges are icons and banners. Now for the clan challenges, once completed, these challenges will grant you a special clan-specific outfit. Toreador, for example, rewards you Maya's outfit. So, it is simply play 100 games as Toreador, Nosferatu, Bruja, Ventrue, and Tremere. The tracking for all of these challenges will start from 0 with this update, meaning your past activities will not count as these are new challenges. I hope people aren't offended by that requirement of, hey, how about you play the game some more to get those new rewards? Why not? It seems just logical. If you want to continue playing the game, how about you continue playing the game? Besides all of them, it's just a requirement of playing the game, spending some time. There's debates about that maybe. Oh, this was out of order. Okay, so about these mastery, the mastery outfits, we've got Bloodhunt Fashion. Put out a little tweet here. So these outfits seem to be gender locked. So we've got, I'm gonna have to minimize this so we can see them properly. For Toreador, we've got Maya's outfit, which was a huge request from the community, I think, since day one. For Bruja, Dragon Wrestler, Nosferatu, it is not the Omnis outfit that people were expecting to get. With the mask and everything, I would say that it is probably because the NPCs probably had customized outfits because they were customized NPCs, like specifically. I venture a guess that's why it happened like that. So the Omnis outfit was probably only made to be worn by Omnis and not male Nosferatu character or female Nosferatu character. Like, probably it didn't translate. I don't know. I'm not a character artist, but I would venture a guess is probably that's why. Ventrue have Trailblazer, which is surprisingly not like some people have like originally would have guessed that we were expecting to get M's outfit. Turns out it's not. It's another version of an outfit that we already had. And for Tremere, it is the Oberon Red, which is, as we understand it, this is another recolor or revamp version of the of one of the, am I gonna say it, of the Toreador male outfits that we already have. But since, as some of you may remember, the the Tremere bodies are basically the Toreador bodies repurposed. that's how it fits into all of this. But these, yes, seem to be gender locked. So what we get is what we get. I've speculated that probably if, like, for a lot of the outfits, and just basically a lot of the outfits that we've been getting as free items, either in the special codes that they've been giving us or the Twitch drops, it is probably a consideration of lack of time and resources, and the fact that they had to close this down as quickly as possible, that that they didn't have enough time to get the outfits on other genders or make the outfits fit on other genders. It's not just a question of slapping things down and there you go, there it is. Exactly. Just maybe with time, maybe, like, that's what we got right now. We don't have any explanation as to why. We can only speculate, but this is what we got. Some of them, again, it's a question of taste. Some of them you think are cool, some of them you think are not your style. It's whatever. You go with which we're going with what we got here. But yeah, it's the simple requirement for those is to play 100 games. Okay, let's continue here. Nope. Revamp locations in Prague. We have redone or polished a couple of locations in Prague to increase the variety in the map. Here's a video with some before and after screenshots. And yes, basically the idea behind this is fixing a lot of traversals, a lot of the traversal in the map, fixing some areas that needed a little bit more cover, or that had too much clutter. Some spaces that were basically like dead spaces. You went there and you had absolutely no cover, which is good to have once in a while, but sometimes this needs to be kind of reworked. So that's a lot of the things that they've done, including this. Oops. Including this shop right here, the weapon shop that we've got in the middle of the city, which we'll be talking about right now. The antique store in Prague, Oram Antiquities. Oram, the antique dealer, has opened a new antique store on Stare Mesto in Prague. I'm messing up the pronunciation. These new stores of curiosities is much larger than the other stores, with 2 floors and 2 exits, and provides another area to explore, fight, and discover precious items to be used in the fight against the Anarchs. Probably much to the display of Oram, who has left the premises long ago. It's basically, this shop has been reworked. So if you go inside there, it looks very different from all the other shops. What you have here is the ground floor. You still have the 2 doors, the 2 different entries that you can go inside the store. Inside there, you have a much larger space to navigate into, but you also have a lot of places to hide. There are 2 ways. There's a staircase that goes below, 1 level below, where you also will have your weapons crates to open, and you also have a little elevator shaft in the other section of the shop. So there's 2 different ways to get in. There's 2 different ways to navigate inside the shop, so you can play hide and seek with Nosferatu in there. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait until someone just puts a lot of bombs in there and you have some fun. Anyways, I kind of wish now that I know that this exists, that if I kind of wish that one of the that they've worked on some of the end zones and added this specific place as being a part of an end zone. That would be very, very, very interesting, I think. Don't think that's been changed though. Okay, time content releases. So some people might not have picked that on the learnings article, but here's what we have. You probably already know from the previous patch notes about the time content releases that will be added to the store. But starting with this update, we will be adding a few additional weapons and TDM maps that we have prepared to keep things interesting over the coming months. They will be automatically added to the game at the end of each month. So keep this in mind in your calendar. At the end of each month, there's going to be additions. This month, we have a store update with 23 vanity items being added from the past battle passes. Additionally, we have some new brand of vanity given out to everyone that streams Bloodhunt on Twitch starting on June 2nd, with more to come in the future. Expect additional giveaways over the coming months as well. So, hold on. There's a lot to cover here. So, in the previous patch notes, I'm gonna bring it back up just to make sure that no one is taking what I'm saying just on face value. Okay, I completely skipped out on it. Hold on. Where is it? Where did I put it? Where did I put that? Or is it later in this article? I completely forgot. No, that's in the other learnings article. Never mind. Let's skip through this. Okay, I completely fumbled that one. But yes, so we know that there's a certain number of TDM maps. I don't remember the number off the top of my head. I believe it was 6 new TDM maps and 4 new weapons that are coming. So including these ones that are announced right there. So we've got the auto shotgun and we've got the graveyard TDM map, as well as they said 4 new artifacts. So we've got 1 artifact that's added there. So we've got more content that is going to be released over time, as well as what's going to be added in the store. And yes, for the people that did not pick up on that in the last couple of weeks, yes, there are going to be the Twitch drops are still going to continue. There's still going to be some things that are going to be Twitch drop exclusive. So keep that in mind. These incentives are not going away, and like they're saying, like expect additional giveaways over the coming months as well, meaning still going to continue to support the community and the incentives of the community. Just a second. Okay, that's good. So we also added the auto shotgun graveyard TDM map. Let's take some time to go through the details. So, new weapon, auto shotgun, that someone found in the tutorial. The auto shotgun is a modern, compact, fully automatic weapon with a larger magazine capacity and a higher rate of fire compared to most of its brethren. The double barrel is a bit quicker if you quick tap it. Yet still, with a huge damage potential should all the pellets strike the target. Jumping into the fight with this piece of equipment is a joy. Gone are the hassles of having to repeat fire, and with the extended magazine size, you won't need to desperately reload in the middle of the fight at the worst opportunity. The auto shotgun is the uncrowned king of close quarter battle, as you are likely to be pleased with its performance in the fights across the rooftops. Its major weakness is that while it has a higher rate of fire, each pellet deals a bit less damage than the other shotguns, which requires you to be more accurate with your follow-up shots. So, yes, the rate of fire of this is absolutely crazy. The spread of the bullets isn't incredibly crazy. But still, like most of the shotguns, the problem is aiming it properly and being in close quarters enough. Don't necessarily should be using it as a mid-range kind of sniper, it's not going to do a lot of damage. But yes, if you hold the trigger on this weapon, the damage can stack up quite a lot. And yes, it also comes into, the usual different colors and upgrades that goes along with the colors. So you're gonna have green, blue, purple. Have not yet heard of a golden version of this weapon so far. Maybe we can expect that in the future. I don't know. New TDM map Graveyard. Get ready for a macabre dance and prepare for a battle unlike any other where the undead clash in the ironic team deathmatch. Dad jokes. In this gripping graveyard, there's no rest for the wicked. Tombstones, walls, and crypts become your only true cover, adding to the chaotic nature of the fight. High vantage points are scarce, forcing you to rely on quick thinking and adaptability. Feel the rush of adrenaline as you navigate through the arena of the undead amongst tombstones, decrepit walls, and cobwebbed crypts. Unite with your comrades, rise above the chaos, and claim triumph over the relentless Ardak forces. Join us in this thrilling TDM location where eerie ambiance and intense action collide. Basically, it's graveyard. It's a graveyard. I don't think that is in the current rotation that we have this week, but it's definitely going to be in the rotation next week. And yeah, seeing it as a TDM map, this section, this is going to be very interesting. You are going to curse a lot of the tombstones that you're going to be stuck on, but definitely like this seems to be like an interesting enough map. So yeah, nothing else to say. That there you go. See you next week. See you on Monday. We're gonna see how this map goes. However, I'll help you when you're stuck, step bro. Exactly. It is the same location. It's just being repurposed as a TDM map. New artifact, Hand of Glory. Now this is in the game right now, and this is making a lot of people talk. Deep within the shadows of Prague whispers echoes of the Hand of Glory, an archaic artifact cloaked in an enigma and wrapped in chocolate. Its origin eludes scrutiny, yet it resonates with formidable power. Fashioned as a withered hand, it exudes an eerie aura, tempting those bold enough to pick it up and use it. So there you go. It's got a hand. It does the pointing finger, accusing the accusing finger pointingly. Upon carrying the Hand of Glory, its power slowly unfurls, veiling the bearer's presence from a casual glance. A translucent veneer shrouds them in an ethereal concealment that aids in moving incognito. If stealth is what you wish for, this artifact is what you seek. Or you might want to play a Nosferatu, but this is a better version of the Nosferatu stealth. Basically, this is what it means. Using it, however, requires caution, as taking acts of aggression or using supernatural powers will dispel the shroud's effect momentarily. Yet feeding or performing acts of diablerie still mysteriously sustains the veil, defying its dissolution. Basically, once you've got that equipped, after waiting 3 seconds, it automatically puts you in the cloaked stealth mode of the Nosferatu, and yeah, it doesn't slow you down. You can run around, you can climb around. The only times that the shroud will break is if you do an action, meaning using your vampire powers, except your heightened senses, shooting a weapon, putting on an armor, drinking, I believe, using the syringe. Like any of your consumables, if you're using them, it breaks the shroud, and yeah, you can drink. You can drink from mortals. You can drink from enemies while being shrouded. Some people thought that it was kind of weird to have, that you're still shrouded while you're doing the diablerie. I would counter that by saying, well, if you're diablerizing an enemy, you're hearing the sound cue of someone being diablerized. You're able to see the person being diablerized, and it's usually in a certain direction that they're being positioned. So even if the person is shrouded, you can still shoot in the direction of where the person's is going to be if they are diablerizing someone. Like it's not that much of an advantage. Like it's still diablerizing that's happening. Someone can still shoot in your direction and hit you and break the shroud and all of that. My god, thank you for the subscriptions. I'm gonna get to that later. It's not the time. So yes, there are debates inside the community about how overpowered this might be, and also how this might be an advantage for the people that have performant computer graphics that can very easily see a stealthed person, compared to the people who have to turn on the low quality settings to play the game and cannot see stealth as easily as others. Debate about that. Yes, debates about that are happening. Balancing. But again, sorry, before going on to other things, reminder that we still have more artifacts to see in the future. 3, in fact, that are going to be thrown in the loop. How overpowered are they going to be as well? We're going to see. How are they going to go in the mix? How is, we're going to see with different options that we're going to have, like how this is going to be interesting. But anyways, lots to talk about this. Balancing. We have seen some need for additional balancing tweaks here and there, including a rebalancing of the Siren, some buffs to a few weapons, and a couple of significant buffs to a couple of perks. Let's get into it, starting with the Siren. I'm just going to read through this, okay? Just going to read through this. Some people may know I'm not the one to speak about balance. I'm not the one to debate necessarily about balance. I have my own opinions of how discussions about balancing works. You may do that amongst yourselves. I will just read through this and quickly move on. Siren rebalance. The Siren's blinding beauty still has a few too many advantages, and we wanted to balance it without losing its main blinding and silencing features. That is the decision that they wanted to go with the overall design of the Siren. Okay, this is the main kind of theme of like this is the build of the Sirens. Okay, yes, because I know that some people said the blinding should be removed, or not the blinding should be removed, but the silencing should be removed. In the balancing, they say it should still be there. It's the core, is what you're reading here. We've seen feedback on the Siren being strong, so we decided to remove the small slow effect to allow you full use of your movement to avoid the damage when blinded without getting failed slides and such. It was a little bit too overpowered when doing that. I agree. Weapon balance changes. The double tap has felt a bit weak compared to the other pistols and needed a good improvement. The headshot and overall damage have increased, and the recoil should now feel a bit less jarring compared to before. So basically, people saying double tap, maybe try it again. Maybe you're gonna like it more. The Tommy gun has been the SMG. The Tommy gun has been the SMG meta for quite some time and has now received a slight reduction in its damage output to bring it better in line with its primary strength, its large magazine size. Gonna be talking about those things in a second, exactly what that means. The dual shotgun has also seen much less use than we'd like since the previous balance changes, so we saw a need for it to become a bit more viable, especially now with the addition of the auto shotgun. As such, we have tweaked the dual shotguns to deal slightly more damage. All of the people saying the dual shotguns were dookie. Maybe give it a try now that's been balanced a little bit more. I understood from the community, just reading the patch notes, not actually having the weapon in game, theory crafting as it were, that the change to the Tommy gun was very much a heated point of discussion. Now, why do you always do this, Motion? Why do you always do this? Because look at what's the next link. You always do this. You always show up when I'm going to link your video. I don't know how you do this. But one point, so this is Motion Gaming's last video about the content. One thing that I want to specifically point out from this video is that Motion confirms the changes in his video about these weapon changes. So the double tap base damage. So we're saying here that double tap, we are increasing the damage. So double tap base damage goes from 25 to 30. So per shot. Tommy gun, the nerf. Everyone was saying it's a nerf. It's a slight reduction, but it's a gigantic nerf. It's actually base damage goes from 14 per bullet to 13 per bullet. It's just one per bullet. I don't know why people were talking about it's gonna fire like a wet paper towel with this huge damage reduction when it says slight reduction. Before I even had some confirmation of the numbers, you knew it was going to be like it was just a tiny bit, just a tiny bit. And the dual shotgun, so yeah, they said they were improving it. The base damage goes from 80 to 88. So again, it's just a tweak. Maybe you're gonna like it more. Maybe the dual shotguns will actually, maybe it's maybe they increased it by that. I mean, it's a little, but it's still 8 damage. It's still considerable for a shotgun blast. But yeah, there were some people that were already using the dual shotguns, maybe not on the green level, but maybe blue and purple, and were doing very well and fine. But it seems like it's the community perception of those weapons that was encouraging that was making some people less inclined to pick them up. But certainly I've seen much more dual shotgun play since the update. I don't know, the dual shotgun blast to the face still hurts. It still hurts. But yes, so that's as far as I'm gonna go with this. Perk improvements. So remember when we said last time, the last update, that maybe other perks needed to be like looked into? Well, certainly the feedback about that has been heard. So, nobility perk now significantly reduces the blood hunt duration. I don't know by how, but apparently it does. I have not seen anyone necessarily like say how long the blood hunt lasts now, so I don't know. 10 seconds? Thank you, Motion. Wow, that's a lot. It's in the video you mentioned? Okay, sorry, I must have skipped that part. Physician perk now grants a syringe in addition of the blood bag when feeding. So yeah, maybe that's going to encourage you more. The impervious perk now gives you red gas immunity for double the duration compared to before. So basically, the time of the gas grenades that we usually have. So expect a lot of fights that are probably going to happen in the red gas with people that have impervious perk and have already 3 gas grenades inside their inventory. Probably a lot of people that are gonna be you're not gonna be able to find for quite a while as they are swimming in the red gas, no problem. Yeah, I'm just like, I've yet to see it, but you know, with good players that already are quite acquainted with like spending a lot of time in the red gas, I'm expecting to see a lot of people just go in and out of there. The Creeper perk now reduces cooldowns faster in addition to increasing movement speed when crouching, which is a good change because I don't think I've ever heard of people actually using the Creeper perk. Everyone was choosing other perks instead of this one. Now this becomes some would say a little bit too overpowered, especially on a Nosferatu, on a Saboteur trying to put some bombs. Some have said. We've covered this, we covered this, we covered this. Okay. What's this one? Oh yeah, right. Store update. The store was updated with a plethora of outfits, makeup, piercings, and other vanities. So you've got a list all here, but instead of having a list, why don't we have Bloodhunt fashion? Make a nice gathered tweet for us where we can see everything there. So if you want to see all the new things, I'm not going to go in detail of all of this, but certainly, like, you've got all the items here. You've got the link there. Go check it out. All a bunch of things that we previously had. It's all returning items from past patches, as well as another addition. The Flesh Shaper Mask, which was not in the patch notes because it happens once in a while. I don't think that is usually intentional when something's missed out. But yes, certainly we've picked that up. They've picked that up. That it is available for everyone now. Okay, all of this we can continue. Okay. So yes, again, thank you, Celine, for putting this together. You're a champ. We love you. Bug fixes and smaller changes. Now, there's a lot of things that have been added in here, such as the sniper scope has a higher visibility and less distracting elements. Also, the ADS speed has been increased. I feel like a lot of people have been liking that. What is it? Also, there's a few things in there. Skybar TDM map is back after additional polish and tweaking. We still need to play a little bit more about the with the Skybar map to give out full judgment of exactly how this works. See, Cheddar Cheese, they did not revert the scope back. The latest change that they made to the sniper scope, they've dialed some of the things back. They did not full revert it back to what they used to be. Exactly, close enough. So yes, there is a few things here. Dad jokes. The estimated queue time was on vacation, but has since returned with a nice suntan since it is not a vampire. Okay, fix the bug where the hunting rifle bleeding effect would be ineffective against enemies with certain artifacts. That was something that a few people still had reported. That suddenly it's like, where's the bleeding effect? And they shot someone, so that's been fixed. Yes, bots' bullet trails will now be attached to their weapons. The Easter eggs have been hatched. The hatchlings ate the shells and disappeared into the night. So basically, if you wanted to see the Easter eggs, you will now only be able to see them in the form of videos or screenshots that people have been taking. And the infamous old red dots no longer reappear on already viewed items. Now, this is partially true. This is partially true. As I've done some testing, some would say some unnecessary testing. That some categories, yes, after you go through all of them and hover over everything, all the red dots completely disappear. Some others, it's not the case. However, as someone pointed out, there's been a bunch of new options that have been added in the settings, such as clear unviewed item notifications indicators on close. You gotta go check this out. You gotta go put a check mark in this, so if you see categories that have red dots, you have that activated, you go in there, you go back out, you're not gonna see the red dots anymore until the next time that you have to load, or at least something like that. But there is a way to make them on display. It is, I understand, not a perfect solution because they come back. But it is a way to make them disappear, so finally your OCD-ness for people that like to have everything cleaned up, it's going to be partially fixed. Exactly, it's better than nothing. Another thing is we have clan area music volume. You now have an audio slider if you want to turn the music off in all those clan area settings. So the club and regression tests must be hard for Shark Mob. You know, you do what you can with what you have, okay? Sometimes it's just QA is never in a wonderful position sometimes. I'm just gonna say that like that. So, no cheddar cheese. There's no search bar for emotes. There's no search bar for anything, which we would like to be able to mod into the game. That would be fun, but I don't think that's gonna be a thing. But yes, you have an opportunity. You have an opportunity to turn it down, or as I said in my April Fool's patch notes that I did a while ago, if you're on YouTube, my video is still there. If you want to peruse it, you have the option, if you want, if you like the jams, you can turn it way higher up if you want. If you want to jam out to your favorite tune, there you go, you can make it louder than it already is. I find that very, very funny. But there you go, there's what it is. Also, there's also a bunch of new other options. I didn't take screenshots, but take the time to go inside the menus and go look at the options that are available for you, because now we've got an option to show like how the damage numbers are displayed. There's a few options there, like in the way that or you can turn them off entirely if you want. There's enabling horizontal movement for the Tremere levitation. Some people don't necessarily like that it's up and down, and you want to move from side to side, such as the Mercy Flight in Overwatch, as the best example that I can bring you, that I can mention to you, or Echo in Overwatch as well. You have an option now to enable that. There's toggling. It's been there since the Tremere update. Okay, someone told me that this was new, so I just went with it. Okay, well, anyways, some people might not know that it's there. Okay, there's toggling favorite consumables for quick use. There's a toggle you can add there. Again, it's a thing that some people told me that this was new. I didn't specifically remember because I didn't take any screenshots, because my brain is lost in different patch notes and stuff. things that are useful for controller players with the inventory menu. Anyways, the long and short of it is spend some time in the settings menus and all the different menus and see what's in there for you. Maybe you've got some things that, like me, there's a few things that I didn't know were there, but maybe there's some new things there. So yeah, take some time in that. Now, this is enough for the patch notes. There are, is it this one? Yes. Some bot names got a little revamp. So there was Tobias that was doing a little clarification on a few things here and there. But yes, you might have noticed that the team members got to pick one new bot name to pay homage of their work in the game. So yes, there was two, sorry, I can't see this, but there is two biased Solem that's been added for him. There is, don't know if you can see this, but there is the Modziest Leon for Leon, aka Modzy, in chat. Apparently there is also Pineapple Guy, which some will remember it is a reference to Jacob, who used to be the old community manager. Yes, I would love to have a list of all the new bot names. That would be great. Jacob, who people might remember or might not remember, is the guy that started the pineapple stuff. The association of Bloodhunt with pineapple and pineapple pizza. If you want to know all of this, the origin of the Bloodhunt Pineapple Meme, here you go. If you haven't seen this, this was like a year ago that Tusk FPS made a video about this to recount all of this, all of the old stuff that happened. Oh yeah, when back when we used to have developers that were talking to us through the stream. But yes, if you don't know about that meme or where that whole thing started, there you go. This is a video. It's super informative, and that's why we've got so many references to pineapples all over the place. So yeah, there's Pineapple Guy apparently in the game. Another detail that was mentioned here, asked by Goofy. Are Halloween items returning in a shop update at some point, or just in Halloween? I wasn't home to play the game when that pass went out. Tobias answers, some of them are most likely coming back, yeah, even the tattoos for Halloween or just a shop update. Tobias answers, some of them will be in one of the shop updates, I believe, yes. Halloween things might be coming back, so there might be a chance for you. All the people that have been wanting for that rainbow jacket that was only available through a Halloween quest line, it might return. I know that a lot of people have been asking for that jacket to return, that multicolored outfit. I don't remember off the top of my head how it's called. I've seen what I think is a bot called La Sombra Illusion, or La Sombra's Mirror, Haynes Bananas. Was there a literal bot? I suggested that there was going to be it was going to be like a sticky brawler to refer to combat glue, but I don't know if that went through. The search, literally a bot. Okay, yeah, literally a bot. Okay, I thought that was a player actually. So Continuing on this, things that are related to Bloodhunt. We have the search for the hatch, the mystery hatch. So again, I get that question asked again and again about what are people talking about when they're talking about the hatch. So there was the Omnis challenge. Behind Omnis, inside Elysium, there is an encrypted message there. That message was finally decrypted because we found some pieces of ciphers, pieces of a cipher that were scribbled on some walls inside Prague. There's 3 mentions of that. The message was decrypted, and the message decrypted goes as follows. My name is Edvin, and I have been living in the massive bunker under Prague for the last 5 years. If you are reading this, you have deciphered my message, and only one question remains. Will you be the one to find the entrance? Signed, E.W. Now, since this was a part of the Omnis challenge, decrypting this specific sentence when it was input inside the answer bar of the Omnis challenge, some people thought that that was the only thing that was related to this message. Is just a funky in-game message. We put that in there. It has to do with Omnis. Case closed. But in the last few weeks, Tobias mentioned no one has found the hatch yet and has confirmed that the hatch is indeed a thing. Last week we mentioned it before. We have found in the tutorial there is a hatch that is signed EW, the same way that this current message and all the cipher pieces that we found scribbled across the walls on Prague, it's the same exact template of the EW circled. Now, this hatch exists in the tutorial. It's a little flipped around, but we believe that that is what this hatch looks like. It's basically that art asset in the tutorial is somewhere to be found inside of Prague. And that's also been confirmed again by Tobias here. Yes, it's the entrance in Prague which has a hatch marked EW. That confirms that it's the same thing that we're talking about in the tutorial. Far as asked, can the hatch be found in any game mode? Tobias says, should be in Prague is what Edvin said, so I imagine yes. So it's possible for you to look in any game mode to try to look for this. It's in Prague. But yes, the whole interest of finding that hatch is that there's mention here of a massive bunker. What is going to be in the massive bunker? Is it going to be an unlock for a thing? Are there secrets to be discovered? We don't know exactly, but we know that that's a thing to be found. There's been a bunch of people that have been looking for that hatch. If you go in the Bloodhunt Secrets chat in the Bloodhunt Discord, there's people that are coordinating efforts, covering each different pieces of the Prague map using the map, trying to look. Maybe it's not on the ground. Maybe maybe the door is elevated and you need to crawl down. Maybe it's like an elevator. The entrance is the top of an elevator shaft, and that's how you crawl below, and you find the bunker. Is the bunker a lie? We don't know exactly. So basically, everyone is looking through every inch of the map, and apparently, it still has not been found. Goofy, you said you might have found it. Okay. If we find the bunker, we can unlock fixes for the servers. Yeah, that's not how it works, unfortunately. But yeah, so here's what you got. You know that we're looking for it. It might be very well hidden, because so far it does not seem to be super out there, or else we would have found it. The devs told you. Yes, of course, right. So you've got more clues, and you've got a confirmation it is a hatch marked EW, so that's why we're thinking the one that is currently in the tutorial is the one that we're looking for. If ever you want to go in the tutorial to go see what it looks like, in the first few steps that you have to do, there is a step where you have to go pick up a crowbar on a table. You don't pick up that crowbar. Instead, you just look at the next step. Usually there's a hatch that opens that you have to crawl into, that you have to crawl underneath. That is the hatch door right there. It's just flipped around, so the EW is upside down when you look at it. But yes, that is what it looks like. There's already a few screenshots that people have been sharing in the Bloodhunt Secrets channel if you want to see what it looks like and not go into the tutorial. As far as the game goes, that is what I've got. In terms of Bloodhunt related news, in the I hope you're not hearing this. I'm just gonna close my window. Do not need to listen to neighbors sawing things. Did the music die? No, it's just Chill Hop doing its Chill Hop thing. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, there we go. Inner Circle. So if you don't know, the Inner Circle is the content creator group of people that is related to Bloodhunt. How do you get into the Inner Circle? You just select the option and you're in it. Let me just show you before I get into before I go into anything else, because there's people that regularly ask me how to get into it. So there you go. Here's the Bloodhunt Discord. You've got here at the top channels and roles. You click on that. You scroll down here. In additional channels section, it says show me the Bloodhunt Inner Circle channels. You select that. Then if you scroll down at the complete bottom, you are going to have Inner Circle News, Inner Circle Chat. You get in there, you are a part of the Inner Circle. That's it. Ta-da! That's all you had to do. However, if you want to participate in Inner Circle News, I would recommend you go look at the things that have been posted here, as well as the pinned messages, to get an understanding of exactly what is going on here. However, in the Inner Circle chat, there was a message that we got this week, something that had been talked about a little bit in time, and that is now suddenly like coming back finally. Message from Tobias. Hello, Inner Circle. For the month of June, everyone who streams Bloodhunt on Twitch will be able to participate in a small contest. At the end of June, we will count the top 95 most hours streamed and the top 5 most hours watched. All on this list will be given a code for a unique icon and banner depicted below. The count for these 30 days started today and will be picked on Thursday, the 29th of June. So, a little close-up of this. Looks like this. Press start, game over, is what's written there. So if you are a streamer and you want to have access to this exclusive thing, yes, you gotta stream this month. You gotta be inside the 95 hours stream or the top 5 most hours watched. If you want to know how this is calculated, go inside the Inner Circle chat and ask about it. We'll tell you about the website that's being used and all that sort of good stuff. Now, ask for clarification on exactly what does that mean, in case some people in the Inner Circle have missed this. As for the availability of the banner and icon, we of course want to reward everyone in the community who continues to play and stream. Some people were asking, hey, I streamed a zillion amount of hours in the before time, thousands of hours. I would like them to be counted. Tobias put his foot down and decided it's to reward people who continue to play and continue to stream. The exclusive drops are for those who already put in the time. These new ones will be for those who continue to do so. When he's talking about the exclusive drops, he means the exclusive Twitch drops that are tagged onto the top 100 streams, as it happens like week after week after week. So yeah, this is to be a continuous effort for the whole time frame that I've just mentioned in that other post. And also, we will do another exclusive banner and icon in the future as well. So if you want to get this one, you got to do it now. If you want another one in the future, want to set up your stream, want to set up a schedule to stream to be in inside the same kind of time frame that he's mentioned here, get yourself informed, join the Inner Circle chat. You can even ask me off of my, when I'm not recording the news, I can show you everything on the stream, no problem. But yeah, if you want to get yourself a plan of action to be inside these inside this group to get this one, these are the instructions, these are the restrictions, and this is the philosophy behind it. Just to make things clear. And I've showed you also how to get inside the Inner Circle. So there you go. That being said, next thing, are you a dedicated Bloodhunt player and or content creator? Do you want to see Bloodhunt? Do you wish to see Bloodhunt's success and continue to and want to continue supporting the game? DM K.I.N.D.R.E.D for information on how to be involved in a community-run initiative. That is the link to the tweet. It is the Sanguine Bloodhunt Society. You will see some people in game with the tag SBS in their name. It's to identify them as people who want to encourage the community, support the community, make things better in the community. I wholeheartedly encourage this kind of initiative. If you want to be someone that wants to do things or support things that are being community run, may you post the link. Absolutely, Scarecrow. Yes, also, yes, I should mention that it's not just Kit, it's Scarecrow. I believe it's they are the people at the helm of this. So go ahead, like links are, you can link things, no problem. Oh geez, and thank you for this. thank you, Krieg Winner, for giving the sub. I appreciate it. So there you go. There's the Discord if you want to join in on this. If you want to join in on this, I will certainly be looking into like doing my part in this. I'm already at some sort of level already involved into all of this. So yeah, if you want to join into all of this, also it's what I've been wishing for in the last few weeks. When I was saying there are some people that are not able to join the Bloodhunt Discord for reasons XYZ, and we still need a place for everyone to convene if they want to participate in keeping Bloodhunt alive with the community. So my wish has come true. We now have that Discord specifically for that. So if you want to participate, if you want to get yourself involved, don't hesitate and join in there. Speaking of, oh no, wait, I'm not talking about this. But one of the initiatives that exists and that is out there, and I just like made that on my own. You may already know about this because it's already been posted in some community, in the community section of the Discord of Bloodhunt. I've got my own K.I.N.D.R.E.D program that is out there. K.I.N.D.R.E.D program goated, yes. So there you go. There's the link to this tweet. I've got a few tweets added to it. You've got a Google Doc here. Basically, the K.I.N.D.R.E.D program, what it is, if you don't already know, it's, you know how you've got the mastery challenges that are added to the game recently? You want to push yourself, you want to get better at the game, or you want some challenges for yourself. Well, I've got a little instructional video If you want to join, if you want to look at how exactly it's done, I've got an instructions page here. Sorry, I've got a few tabs here just to show you quickly, just to promote it quickly. Oh, hold on, I don't want this. I want this here. No, I don't want to join PC Gamer. I don't care. There you go. We've got an instructions tab where it describes exactly what's going to be happening here. And then you've got different levels of challenges that you want to join in: beginner, advanced, expert, master, legend. I expect most players that have already been playing Bloodhunt for quite a while to be able to complete everything up to the expert tab quite easily. Master tab is going to be a little bit of a challenge for most of you, and anyone that wants to try anything that is listed in the legend tab, well, you let me know. Also, if you are a content creator and you like to do things to display your kind of skill shots, things that you want to do, am I able to do an entire game with only the knife or something like that? You want to do like some challenges on streams, you want to record yourself in videos doing all those challenges or that kind of stuff. This is a baseline grid of things that you can do on your own. There's no one policing that. And if you want to expand that, there's many ways that you can expand that kind of program to like give you some things to do, instead of just like simply grinding 100 wins for Toreador to get the outfit. And it gets a little boring after a while. Well, maybe you can do something as well as playing your 100 games. There's some challenges for you. I did that entirely for the community, for the benefit of the community. There you go. You do whatever you want with it. However, I will be updating it soon because we just got an auto shotgun. I got to take that into consideration. We will see if there's some other. I've got already a bunch of feedback. Some people came to me with some ideas for other challenges that I can add. Maybe some challenges that I can do as kind of a one-time thing, kind of giveaway with maybe some codes to give out in the future. I have to look into that. But I also want to translate the K.I.N.D.R.E.D program. That is going to be like next on my list. I want to translate the entire thing for German players and French players, which I feel are the other big groups of the community that would probably benefit from having that in their own language, because some of them aren't able to read, understand, or have anything to do with English version of things. So I'm going to do that for them when I have time, but it should be soon because I have some things to add. Anyways, in terms of tournaments and events for the community, well, most of you already know about this, but I want to mention it, that it's going to be next Saturday. Boom, here's the link. The tournament, you have to scroll down to see the actual like second tweet here. But yes, there you go. It is the second fun tournament. It's going to be duos this time. You've got some different time zones here. Again, it's going to be the same kind of format. You've got an FAQ document here if you want to know about the rules. Please pay attention to the rules, everyone. And there's a document to sign up. Again, another Google form to sign up like it was last time. And again, like last time, there are 3 different kinds of prizes. People can sign up until the moment of the tournament, when the tournament happens, Ansem. And yeah, so again, there's the same kind of 3 different types of prizes. You've got one prize that's given at random for any people who are participating. You've got the people that want to sign up for the tournament to be the best top dogs, okay? Place 1, 2, and 3 are going to be given some prizes for the kill race. But also, again, the concept of closest to average comes back, because this is meant to be for the fun of the community. So if you are a person that thinks, hey, it's a tournament, I'm not good at the game, I don't have any chances to win compared to all these super good players. Don't worry, participate. You might have a chance to win. So, closest to average. Again, I'm going to explain it again because some people might not know about this. Basically, when you're playing and you're submitting your scores, all of this adds up to a score, a final score, and that's how you put like a scoreboard together at the end. And that's how we determine who's first, third, and first, second, and third place. What Far is going to do, she adds all the scores of everyone, of all the teams together, and she divides by the number of teams, and then we're going to get an average, basically. And inside that scoreboard, whoever is closest to the average that she got, the 5 teams that are in there are going to win the closest to average prizes. And the prizes that we have in there, we have tokens. We have Fuchsia Finish makeup, we have Techno Demon Mask, we have more tokens and more tokens. And I believe that the Kill Race people get PlayStation cards. I don't remember exactly how the prizes go, but there was also a mention of a mystery emote that was going to be added to the prizes that no one has seen before. Giving you kind of a clue here. If you want to look at it, it's kind of a clue. Maybe you're gonna find out, maybe not. Maybe I might be revealing some more in the future. But yeah, so that's a thing. Also, so again, I'm gonna say the same thing as I said last time. Last time there was a story of a person that was in the tournament Discord. By the way, oh yeah, while the tournament is going to be happening, we have a Discord that's set for tournaments. It's Best Part Discord, but there's a part of it that's specifically for the tournament. So if you have any questions about the tournament, you can join up. It's the link to that is in the it's in the sign up. It's in the FAQ forms as well. So the links are all in there. If you want to join up, if you have any questions there, I'm going to be one of the people that are going to be there to like let you know exactly. Some people don't know exactly how Tracker GG works, how to get your profile there, how you see your wins or your assists or all of that stuff. Like, I'm going to be there to help people. There was one person last time that was just like, my games have been terrible during this whole duration of the tournament, the solos tournament that we had last time. They're just like, I'm bad. I'm so bad. What's the point? What's the point in me submitting my scores? And we had to convince that person to submit their scores, and they turned out to be the #1 prize in closest to average. Despite the fact that they thought they played like crap, they still managed to get like the top prize, which was, I think it was the top prize. It was like 3,000 tokens and a Techno Demon Mask, something like that. So even if you're not good at the game, or if you know some people, that's everyone that's in here or that's looking at this video, even if you're not, you know some people that think like, I'm not good at the game, sign up still, play for those 2 hours and submit your scores. You never know if you're going to win. It depends on the overall performance of all the people that are going to be joining in. So that's why it's fun. That's why you get some people involved. Some people are very shy of even putting their foot inside a tournament because they think, I'm gonna get destroyed by the pro players. But in this case, you might get destroyed, but you might get some rewards for getting destroyed. You never know. You might be the kind of person that actually measures up against, I don't know, Story or Nevi, where they're trying to kill someone else and you get them in the back where they're not expecting it and you kill them and it's fun, you know? Exactly. Winning isn't everything. So, OG Bloodbath, there you go. Here's the, I'm going to post the link again. That's the link to this tweet. Scroll down here and you've got the sign up form and you've got the FAQ form. So go take a time to read all of this, and if you have any other questions, don't be afraid to ask Far directly or ask me. I know all about this because I've been helping a lot with the things in the background, but Far is the major or the organizer. And keep in mind also, Far is a mod in the Bloodhunt Discord. So yeah, if there's sus things that are happening in the tournament, there will be actions taken also. So, you know, take that in stride as well. So, and yes, so this is a duos tournament. So remember that also in the Bloodhunt Discord, we have LFG channels for PC and PS5. So if you're looking for a duos partner, you can always go in there and ask if you want to get yourself a partner. And ending up, getting towards the end of this news rapport. So when I say I cover things that are related to Bloodhunt, this is one of them, because again, this is something that people have been asking about. Yes, there was an announcement this week of Vampire the Masquerade Justice. It is a VR game. A VR game coming to MetaQuest 2 and 3 and PSVR 2. I don't know any of these things. But anyways, there was already a game that was called Wraith the Oblivion Afterlife, which was a apparently fun game that was out there. But yes, it's related to... some people might find that very interesting if you're talking about like the grander scale of Vampire the Masquerade. Yeah, being a stealthy vampire, climbing walls, killing people, investigating a murder, something like that. The interesting part in this, I would say, in terms of like the grander scale of Vampire the Masquerade, if you know a little bit about this, the fun thing is you are playing as a Banu Hakim of Bloodline of a character. I don't think that there's been any video game where you play as a Banu Hakim. And you are hunting specifically for Hekata vampires, which is another clan that you don't usually see in those video games. So it is coming late this year. And yeah, it is for VR only. That might be something that might be interesting to you. Well, I mean, it's not role play. I mean, it's like it's got some elements of the role play, but no, this is a VR game. Like what I just showed you is you are going out for justice. Apparently, it's your sire that has been killed, the one that turned you into a vampire. Something happened. I mean, there's been a lot of things that have been happening in Venice. Venice has got a history, especially in V5. There's a whole lot of history happening in Venice. Oh boy. So yeah, I don't know. It's something that might be interesting. The reason why I am mentioning all this is because it's a new announcement of a Vampire the Masquerade game. So again, kind of like PC Gamer has mentioned, hey everyone, another Vampire the Masquerade video game is on the way, and it's still not Bloodlines 2. So we know as Bloodhunt players, we know that there's a lot of people from Vampire the Masquerade that don't know anything about Bloodhunt that come in and go ask, is this what Bloodlines 2 turned out to be? Bloodlines 2 is a BR? Absolutely not. Bloodlines 2 is in development hell still. Supposedly coming out in 2024. We don't know anything about this. But again, it's to let you know, hey, yeah, there's some news if people ask you about this. No, it's not. It's still not Bloodlines 2. Again. So, and again, reminder that originally in the original plan of release of video games, that was set for things in the future originally, Bloodlines 2 was supposed to be released first. And following that, Bloodhunt was supposed to be released. So if the people looked at Bloodhunt that were in the VTM universe and went like, a BR, I don't want to play that, they could go back to Bloodlines 2. But that didn't happen because some people screwed the pooch majorly in Bloodlines 2. This led me, unfortunately, because there was a mention of Bloodhunt, of course, in the article. This led me to an article that I did not see last time, and I kind of feel weird about it. But here's the article. This sucks. A month after I discover Vampire the Masquerade Bloodhunt, they're killing it. Anti-Chalk, by the way, is not the person that did the original review of Bloodhunt at PC Gamer. But yeah, it sucks because they just discovered the game, like a bunch of other people have been in the last few weeks. Suddenly discovering Bloodhunt and liking it, and then hearing the news about the stopping of development. So that sucks, and exactly, this sucks. But yeah, I believe that originally, let me just check here. Yes, I believe that this was the incredibly lackluster review that I have nothing good to say about from PC Gamer. So it's good to see that another PC Gamer reviewer found the game fun, as I have a vendetta with the person that wrote this review article originally. So yeah, that's just to let you know that this is something that's happening. Butterfly Coop. Bloodhunt is not being taken down. Bloodhunt is still alive. The servers are still up, and that actually, your question leads me to my last bit about this news recording. From now on, what's happening for the foreseeable future? I mean, what we just got is the last planned. It was the final planned patch for the game. There's no mention about another battle pass. Absolutely not. And I don't think that you should be hoping for one necessarily. There are things, as we've discussed today, that are going to be automatically added to the game time after time. Keep an eye on the game at the end of every month. In the next few months, we are getting more things. We're getting new weapons, we're getting new TDM maps, we're getting new artifacts, we're getting new store updates. We are getting also new store updates made out of items from a selection of items from the previous battle passes. Does not guarantee that all the items of the previous battle passes will be added in. We will get in September the disabling of the currency, of being able to buy with real life money the currency that we have, the token currency that we have in game. And then we will have added at the same time in game a way to get ourselves some currency. The thing that that people that were in early access testing will remember that we used to have a daily challenge that would give us some tokens. If we just logged on daily and completed those challenges, we get some tokens automatically added to our accounts. This is what we are seeing right now in terms of like what to look forward to now. Well, right now, what you can do right now is go in game and vote to decide what are the variants that we're going to see next week. The cutoff date for that is going to be this Sunday evening, and then Monday morning we should get the variants in the game, and we should have new things to vote on. Another thing that you can do before the end of before the end of Sunday is participate in my Vapor Trail code giveaway. Another thing you can do is sign up for the tournament this duos tournament that's gonna be happening next Saturday. It doesn't matter how skilled you are, participate, you might be winning some things. Keep an eye on tournaments, events, things coming from the community. I know that SBS, we are gonna be working hard on making sure that we've got some events and things to keep the community going. If they're not planning this, I will be kicking everyone's ass to make sure that we've got some things coming. We've got a calendar up until the point that we have a calendar that I can present to you of here are things that are coming in the future for you to keep yourself entertained outside of just having the game. Looking at you, Kit Kate and Scarecrow, I'm gonna be booting your asses. No. No. The thing is, from now on and for the foreseeable future, here is the thing to remember. This game is currently in our hands. We've got a few people, like really a handful of people from the Bloodhunt team that are still dedicated to us and will be keeping an eye on us and will be talking to us and we'll be doing things with them. Still to be discussed, but we're gonna see. So they're still keeping an eye on us and they'll support community incentives, okay? But they'll be there as support. They'll be there as backup. They'll be there to, to be like, we are the official conduit through which you can do some things. Organize tournaments on the private server of the Bloodhunt team to have certain types of tournaments. More to follow that later. The thing is, from now on, community is the key. Community is the way forward. We all know this game still has potential, and it will only die if we let it die. So help out, have fun, play the game. Don't burn yourself out, okay? Trying to complete all the little masteries and all of this, and getting those 100 wins and all of this. Make sure you have some fun. Join in with the K.I.N.D.R.E.D program. We also have another incentive that's going to be coming out soon that, can spice up your gameplay, make it more fun, do other stuff. Gonna let you know when that's gonna happen. We are the blood of the game. We shouldn't bleed out. Saffron, that is a quotable. That is a quotable. Some people take screenshots of that line. That is perfect. I'm gonna have that stapled on my wall. So yeah, we've got community made incentives to make the game interesting. If you want to help out, join the SBS group, raise a hand, send a DM. We are going to be able to help out with this. There you go, like Scarecrow just posted in the chat right now. So yeah, as for me, the news recap show, we'll see what happens. I'll certainly be here next Saturday to do a little bit of recap of what's been happening. I'll be there to, if not, at least I'll be just streaming until the tournament happens, for sure. Beyond that, we'll see what happens and if I have things to report. So it's like for the news recap, it kind of sucks right now. It kind of really sucks that right now, with the amount of people that are right here in this channel watching me do the news, this is the biggest amount of viewers that I've ever had for my news recaps. And it's probably the biggest one I've ever done. It is probably the last one of the biggest ones. So I'm kind of sad, but I'm kind of glad at the same time, So, so all the other ones, by that I'm meaning like probably all the other ones are not going to be as chunky as this. It's probably going to be like, I don't know, maybe like half hour. Here's what's happening with the community. Keep some tabs up. I'm just going to be doing my thing just to keep everyone connected and everyone that, is interested in the game. Hi, we can talk about that after I'm done recording. if you want the whole thing, can explain that to you. But yes, anyway, still follow me on my socials if you want if you want to see if there's gonna be news recap this week or not. But definitely, like, I'll be posting whenever that's gonna happen. As a reminder to everyone, if ever you come across something that might be interesting or might be newsworthy, if there's like giveaways or contests or events or things that people are trying to get put together, or if you got like some little info that maybe like Leon or Tobias slipped by you on your stream or anything like that, might be interesting to me for me to report officially on my channel, let me know. My DMs are open. Remember that when I'm streaming Bloodhunt, I have special drops. I also do giveaways. Follow me on Twitter, but apart from that, that's it. If you are people on Twitch right now, stick around. After I'm done with the recording, give away a Purple Pain combo code for PC players. And reminder to be kind to each other, be kind to yourself. Thank you for watching, and I'll definitely see you next week. See ya.